Hi, I'm Mark Harrison, and you may know me from my music education books or from my work here in Los Angeles at the Grove School of Music. In this lesson, we're going to check out a Coldplay song called Clocks and look at the keyboard part. You may know that I have written about this song in one of my books. This is my All About Music Theory book, and on page 53 I have a transcription of the main 4-measure figure which repeats during this song, and also we get into a discussion of some of the harmony implications which we're going to get into a little bit today. Okay. The first chord used in the song is the E flat major triad in first inversion, bottom to top. That's G, B flat, E flat. That's followed by a B flat minor triad in second inversion, bottom to top, F, B flat, D flat. That's used for 2 measures, and then in the fourth measure we move to an F minor triad, root position, bottom to top. That's F, A flat, and C. Then we move back to the E flat triad and the sequence repeats and so on. The E flat is sounding like the tonic or home bass of the song, which helps us analyze the harmonic structure. More of that in just a moment. Okay, so now I'm going to play these triad shapes just as whole notes in a sequence together with a simple rhythm loop, and we'll check out how that sounds. Here we go. Just to review, E flat major to B flat minor, stay on B flat minor, then go to F minor, and so forth. That then repeats. Okay, now you may know from the record that the triads are not actually held like that in the piano part. They're instead played as arpeggios, which means single notes or broken chords. So one note of the chord at a time in a sequence. And what we're doing here, to take the first E flat triad as an example, instead of playing all 3 notes, we're descending. So we start from the E flat on top, then we play B flat, then we play G in that sequence, then we repeat that sequence, E flat, B flat, G, and then we play just the E flat to B flat. So there's, if you will, there's 2 groups of 3 notes, and then 1 group of 2 notes, like a 3-3-2 grouping, if you will. Okay. That then occupies a complete measure in 4/4 time. Okay, then the same pattern is then applied to the subsequent chords in the sequence to give a result like this. Here we go. Okay, now it's important to realize that once your hands are in the correct position for the triad shapes we saw earlier, then the arpeggio doesn't require any additional hand movements. You already have the shapes in place that you need. It's simply a question of playing 1 note at a time. Okay. Also on the record, we do have doubling occurring in the left hand. That means the left hand is playing the same part as the right hand, 1 octave lower. So let's check out how that would sound. Here we go. Okay, so that's the main figure then from the song with both hands together. Let's talk a little bit about the harmony implications. You may know that all the chords that I'm using, that is to say E flat and B flat minor and F minor, are all within the key of A flat. So if I was going to build diatonic triads using an A flat major scale, these triads will be included. So let's see. Okay, here's an A flat major scale. Okay, the triads we can build in that scale are A flat major, B flat minor, which is used in our sequence, C minor, D flat major, E flat major, which is used in our sequence, F minor, which is also used in our sequence, then G diminished back to A flat. So as all the chords in the song so far are within that sequence, we might be tempted to think that we're indeed in the key of A flat. But you remember a little while ago I said that it felt like E flat was the tonic or home bass of the song. So anytime that the chords of a song are within a major key or scale, and yet it feels like the tonic or home bass is other than the first note of that scale, then that's often a sign that some kind of modal harmony is occurring. So let's look at that a bit more closely. If I were to take an A flat major scale and reposition it to start on its 5th degree, which is E flat, which feels like the home base of the song, playing exactly the same note starting from E flat, we actually create an E flat mixolydian mode, and that sounds like this. Now, if I play exactly the same triads as I just did, but this time starting on E flat, okay, I get this particular sounds: E flat major, F minor, G diminished, A flat, B flat minor, okay, C minor, D flat major, and E flat. Okay, so we simply reposition the same triads but building them starting on E flat and within an E flat mixolydian mode. So we could say overall that the harmonic structure of this song uses E flat mixolydian, okay, because the first triad is E flat, okay, the second triad is B flat minor, which is essentially a 5 minor within E flat mixolydian. Then we went to F minor, which is a 2 minor again within E flat mixolydian. Okay, so that's a useful way to interpret the song. It reconciles the scale source we're in together with the tonic, that is to say E flat, that feels like the home base of the song. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy analyzing and also playing that famous Coldplay song. For information on all of our books and educational CDs, including the All About Music Theory book, please check out our website at harrison.mp4.com. I'm also busy giving online lessons here at my studio in the Los Angeles area, and again we have information about our online lessons on the website. Thanks very much for watching, and good luck with your playing Clocks by Coldplay.